My name is Jean, and today we are going to make Korean braised chicken. It's called dakjim in Korean, and it's one of the easiest recipes and one of our family's favorite. I know when my girls were young, this was one of their favorites because it's so easy to eat and it's just versatile. It goes with rice and anything else that you want. All you need is some chicken, potatoes, carrots, celery. And if you like, you can add ginger, but that's optional. So you can see on the screen the exact ingredients you need. But we're gonna start with the chicken because that takes a little bit more of a prep time. And I've purchased just regular, any grocery store, you can get any kind of chicken, but I usually go to Safeway and I bought this 9 to 10 pack boneless thighs. And they come with, it's about 2 pounds. I think that's good enough to serve about 4 to 5, maybe 4 to 6 people for dinner. So one thing you have to do is start by trimming the fat, and you need a meat cutting board and a sharp knife. So this is one of the thighs, and I've started trimming, but I'll show you more. So you just want to trim the fat. Trim the fat as much as you can, and again, it's okay to use like breast meat, which hardly has any fat, so it's kind of prep will be easy. But on the other hand, I like thigh just because it's juicier and it's more tender. So it's there's a little bit of give and take. And then you just go ahead and trim the fat, whatever you don't like. And if your family or the kids are not really into, it's okay, the fat's fine, then maybe you don't even need to trim that much. I know that when my kids were young, they hated even a tiny bit of fat, so I would have to trim lots of the fat before cooking. So go ahead and just trim all that, and then flip it over. If there's any additional trimming that you have to do, go for it. This looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to add it to the bowl, and I will show you what the bowl looks like. And this bowl contains about 9, maybe 10 chicken thighs. And now it takes about an hour of boiling the chicken on top of a stove. So let's go ahead and start making the chicken. And then while the chicken is cooking, we can go ahead and prep the vegetables. So in order to get the chicken cooking, you need a pot. This is probably good enough for this. So it's a medium-sized pot. And what you'll do is first rinse the chicken with cold water a little bit, and it'll get rid of any additional fat. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse that. And go ahead and dump the whole thing into the pot. Thoroughly wash my hands. And from here, the sauce is very easy. All you have to do is start with soy sauce. So go ahead and pour the soy sauce. And then I usually like to put about 75% of the soy sauce to water. So again, we are going to start with a cup of soy sauce, maybe 3/4 cup of water. And that's it for now. We're going to start cooking. Okay, so the stove is on, and you want to let the chicken boil all the way before you put it on simmer for about an hour. Now, once it boils, there's a couple things you want to do. Is you want to start adding some black pepper and the red crushed peppers, as well as maybe about a teaspoon of minced garlic, and just let it simmer. And then while that's going on, let's go ahead and prep the veggies. Because the chicken has to cook for an hour, you don't want to put the veggies in right away because the veggies then will get too mushy. And really, it's up to you, but for me, I like the vegetables a little bit al dente, so I like to put those in the end. But if you like really soft veggies, you can go ahead and put it in earlier. So again, you need a brand new vegetable cutting board, new knife, and we're gonna start with just potatoes. So we're gonna go ahead and chop the potatoes, and there is no exact science. It depends on how big you want, but because we're gonna be mixing these vegetables in with the chicken for about 20-30 minutes, you want it to be kind of big so it doesn't disintegrate. So I'm just gonna cut it in half. These are 2 medium-sized potatoes. I'm just gonna cut it in maybe 4s so that they're pretty big chunks. Okay, and then go ahead and put it in a bowl. You do that with both. Well, actually, this one I'm gonna make it into 6 pieces just to change it up. But really, it really doesn't matter. It depends on what your preference might be. Okay, so then I have 2 carrots. And again, just chopping it. I'm gonna chop the heads and the tails here because just so that we get just a clean area. And I've already peeled used the peeler on these before. So with the ends, small ones, I think I'm just gonna chop it any size you want. I'm doing it about 1/2 inch right now. I'm gonna put it to the side. These are a little bit bigger, so I might do a little bit half size of what I just did, just so that, oops, I know it's getting loud. That's probably good enough. Just go ahead and put it in. And then I like lots of celery, so typically 2 is probably enough, but I like to use 3 stalks. And again, you chop the heads and the tails where there's all these browning. You want to get rid of those. And go ahead and just start chopping. Just to speed it up, I'm gonna do this. Okay, that's it, and we're gonna add this all to the bowl, and I would recommend about 30 minutes into it, halfway into it, go ahead and add these. But if you like it even more al dente, maybe 20 minutes into it. So it's up to you. Now, the final piece is ginger. Again, this is actually optional. Some people don't like ginger and you don't have to use it, but just go ahead and peel. I think I'll add a chunk just because it goes well with chicken. And I'm not gonna chop it up because later on I can just pull it out. I'm just gonna put this small piece of ginger in when I put the vegetables. And then after an hour, everything is cooked. It should be ready to enjoy.